Hi, my name is Jeremy Fox. This is my week 1 video for MUX term 1211. This video is to conduct the competitive app analysis between my concept, if you will, right now versus a couple apps that are pre-existing. And those apps are going to be Instagram and Dropbox, two immensely, popular apps used by multi-million users. But they do kind of appear to be, completely different. One is kind of a file store, the other is photos and sharing. But in a way, they're somewhat similar, and I'm going to kind of touch on each of those things that will be similar to my concept, which is why I chose these as to compare. Okay, the first on our list is Instagram, and we'll just run down the list here. The first, visibility of app status, shows status bar while downloading. So essentially they show different statuses, like while you're downloading your on this screen right here, the first screenshot they have, that is your timeline, if you will, and when you come into the app, it refreshes automatically and it shows a little status bar indicating that it's downloading. And it does the same thing when you pull up individual pictures every once in a while. It shows a little activity indicator, and if you press the refresh button in the nav bar right there, it replaces that button with an activity indicator. And it does that, anywhere that it's interacting with some kind of web server or downloading or uploading data. Instagram does the same thing, except for they have, if you don't know if you can see it or not, but on the third tab bar in the screenshots down here, they have a tab called Uploads, and in there it has a list of everything that you're uploading, and it looks like this right here. That's the so this is camera uploads, and this is again why I chose Dropbox, because they have this automatic camera upload feature. So if you snap new pictures, it automatically will upload those pictures to a folder on your Dropbox. And then, as you can see, there's the activity indicator indicating it is in progress, and you can go and do other things while it's in progress, and then check back on the progress at any time by clicking on the Uploads tab. Match between app and the real world. I really wasn't able to figure out a whole lot of things that would show that the app senses my environment and displays different things according to that. So I really don't have much there. I'm going to continue to do digging and see if maybe anything appears. But both of those apps kind of seem lacking in that aspect. User control and freedom. For both of these apps, have the same thing. Everything is contained within a nav bar control, or I'm sorry, a tab bar control, as you'll see from the screenshots. So you have your tab bar on Instagram and tab bar on Dropbox, and everything inside of each one of those tabs is in a navigation control. So as you drill down, there's always a back to go back out of. So that made things a little easy to navigate around. Error prevention, they both have decent error prevention. Instagram didn't seem to have it for everything though. When I was filling out my profile page, right here. So when you click the edit profile right here, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but right there, it brings up a form for you to fill out. When you fill it out and you hit say or submit, it just goes through automatically. Regardless of what you entered, you may not have entered anything, but it doesn't seem to do any type of validating to ask you, are you sure you want to save this, or is this information correct, just to kind of verify it. And then on the Dropbox side, they don't really have any times, I guess, where they need to ask, except for I found one huge one, which could be if you select to unlink your iPhone from Dropbox. There's a big red button on the settings page on the bottom to unlink iPhone from Dropbox. If you press that, it does pop up another view that says, basically asks, are you sure you want to do this, with a big red button that says unlink iPhone or cancel. So that was good to see. They do have some error prevention there. Consistency and standards. Both have a very clean and consistent UI. Instagram has quite a bit more going on, but everything is clean. Everything is easy to understand, easy to read, as you can see from the screenshots. So there's quite a bit more going on than in Dropbox, since Dropbox is just a tab control with table views in it, and as you click on them, you drill down into the navigation stack, and it has a preview on so that you can open up individual files. But there's a little bit more going on in Instagram, but everything is very clean and consistent and neat. Recognition rather than recall. Minimize users' memory load by making objects, actions, and options visible. All the major actions or features or call to actions, if you will, are the tabs. So it's very easy with Instagram. I know if I want to take a picture, it's this blue camera tab right in the middle. I click that, it automatically takes me to the camera function to where I can take a picture, and then it takes me to this where I can edit the picture, I can save it, and then immediately after that it asks me who I want to share it with. So everything is consistent, clean, very easy to do. You have a photo map where it shows what photos you've taken and how many in different places in the world, and then a review of all the pictures that you've taken before. Obviously a little heart is things that I've favorited. I click that and it shows all the people I'm following and the pictures that I've liked and things like that. And then the setting, the little thing that looks like an ID card is obviously my profile. So things are very easy to understand. Same thing with Dropbox. There's not a whole lot to it. It's just each one of the files that you have created with all your files in it and all your main call to actions right there on the tab bar. Simple. Flexibility and efficiency of use. Reduce the number of steps required by anticipating user needs and enabling customization. On Instagram, the middle tab button is, like I said, a quick access to the camera function. And within there, after you take a photo, you have the option of customizing your photos using filters. With Dropbox, it's very efficient to use. You can quickly and easily navigate through your files to get what you need. The tab bar is clearly labeled with other major actions. Aesthetics and minimalist design. Same thing for both of these. As I discussed previously, they are both a very clean design. Not a whole lot going on. There's a little bit more, like I said, in Instagram, a little bit more going on. It's a little bit more involved of an app, but it's very, very clean, very easy to read, very, very nice to look at, actually. Very nice UI. Same thing with Dropbox. Very minimal, very, very minimal. They don't have a whole lot going on here, just a table view and a tab bar. And then as you select folders, you drill into the nav stack, and it's very, very simple and easy to use. Something that any iPhone user who's had an iPhone for a week could easily figure out and know how to operate. Let's see. Help users recognize, diagnose, and recover from errors. Honestly, I have not been able to get any type of error state or error messages to come up on either app. I've tried killing my network in the middle of processes and stuff, so they must be handling offline mode very, very, very well, because I cannot get any error messages come up. And I put a note in here that that's not a bad thing. In fact, that's probably a good thing, that if you don't see error messages, then that's fantastic. I mean, you're doing something right in my book. Help and documentation. Instagram, instantly when you click the support button on your property or on your profile page, it just opens up mobile Safari and takes you to help.instagram.com, where you are bombarded with a gazillion articles. They do have some decent organization though. So as you scroll this giant list, you're presented with a few options from each section, from like how to, if you're having login issues or registration issues, or how to taking pictures, or how to share and save and sync and stuff. But there's a lot of info. On the Dropbox side, when you click the Dropbox Help button in the Settings tab, it takes you to a short list of only about 10 items in a table view, with some of the main help topics. You click it, it then takes you to a new view, which I believe is like something like a web view. It takes a minute to load. There's a little activity indicator indicating it's loading, and then it's just a short description of how to try to troubleshoot the issue. So I think the way Dropbox is doing it seems a little bit better, actually quite a bit better. How easy is it to use? How easy is it for users to share photos? Since the whole purpose of my concept is to do something kind of similar to Instagram and Dropbox in a way, basically taking photos, and when you first boot up the app, you have a settings page that you can choose who you would like to share photos with and how you would like it to share to them, and that will all happen behind the scenes instantly as you take photos. So you don't have to, like with Instagram, when you take the photo, then you edit it, then you have to choose who you want to share it to and how you want to share it every single photo. My concept is it will do that for you, and obviously offer some additional features as well, which will keep users coming back, I hope. But with Instagram, as I said, you have to manually select after every photo that you take who you would like to send it to. So like if I take a picture and I want to email it to my wife, I have to take the picture, edit it how I would like, and then select my wife to send it to her every single time. Whereas with my concept, you won't have to. You take the picture, and then if you would like to edit it, you can have that option, or you in the settings you can just turn that off as well. If you know you're not the type of person who is really wanting to edit photos, you just want to snap them, snap and go, you can click away, and then we pool up a queue of photos, and when you go idle, we'll go ahead and send those off to whoever you have selected. With Dropbox, obviously you don't take photos, but in a way you kind of do, because it syncs with your camera roll. So as you take pictures using the iOS camera app, it automatically will sync new photos in your camera roll to your Dropbox folder, and from there you can then select individual photos and share to Facebook, Twitter, email, Flickr, all these different other options. Very similar to Instagram, but it takes a little longer with Dropbox, but it's still, again, very similar to the kind of the concept that I have come up with. So again, like I said, with Dropbox, you have to manually select each one after it's been uploaded to your Dropbox folder. Select one, choose the sharing button, and then select how you want to share it and who you want to share it with. So there's a lot of steps involved just to do simple sharing, where I believe my concept is going to cut all that right out. Ease of use of these apps, I gave Instagram an 8 out of 10 and Dropbox a 9 out of 10. They're both extremely easy to use. Dropbox being very, very easy to use. It's very minimal, very easy. Like I said, anybody who's used an iPhone for a week can probably figure that app out. Instagram is a little bit more involved, but again, still very, very easy to use with the tab control and the navigation. So you always have the clear back button to go back, your clear escape route. That's it for my competitive analysis. Currently, I'm sure it will evolve drastically as in the coming weeks. I hope that is sufficient, and that is it for now. So thank you for watching.